Originally, I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon when I was, up until my 4th year of medical school. And then my rotation, I had a rotation in internal medicine at the General, and I found it so intellectually exciting that I decided that I didn't want to be in orthopedics, that I wanted to go into internal medicine. We had to take a dermatology elective, and I liked dermatology, and I actually took an extra course as a 4th year student as an elective course in dermatology, which you weren't required to do. And I found it very interesting because you could see the patients, take samples of the patients. I thought that was kind of exciting. I decided that I would do a year of dermatology in lieu of the 3 years I had to do as a resident at Peter Ben. And so I applied for a year here, actually, in dermatology. I found it, a lot of fun, and also I found a lot of challenges that I hadn't appreciated before, and recognized that there were a lot of opportunities in dermatology that were developing that were sort of new. Also became interested in an academic career, and the opportunities in dermatology for an academic career were quite good at that time. And I said, I like dermatology. I think I'll just stay and do dermatology as my career, and it'll give me the opportunity to do academic medicine. And so I just told the Brigham people, sorry, but I'm not coming back, and stayed here to complete the program.
My first published paper, published with Dr. Larry Egbert in 1963. We took the patients of 2 surgeons. One group of patients we gave an education to. The other group of patients we gave what we considered the average pre-anesthetic visit. The patients who received the education required 50% less morphine for post-op pain than the other group. Larry and I were out to prove that the visit by the anesthesiologist was as good as drugs. So again, we took randomized patients. One half we gave Nembutal preoperatively as a sedative. The other half we gave no Nembutal, but we spent time educating them. The patients who had Nembutal were more apprehensive and nervous and anxious than the patients who had some education. We got a lot of good comments and a lot of requests to repeat the study with others. My standard answer was, look, I will be your consultant, but you'll have to do all that work. Nobody ever took me up on that.
I worked nights mainly because I had children at home. My husband could go to work during the day and I could be there during the day. I came in one Sunday night and there was this very ill baby. He had meningococcemia, which is, we called it the blueberry muffin disease at that time because your skin developed all these blue spots all over him. I took care of the baby, he was on precautions, and his parents happened to come in and they saw me dancing in the room with the rhythm and blues radio on. And the mother immediately demanded that I be taken off the case. And they told her, she comes in, she will take your baby every night. She is one of our best nurses. You do well to have her. It took a few weeks, but finally I got rapport with the parents. They were satisfied with the care the baby was getting, and the mother later told me she thought perhaps that's why her baby pulled through, because of the music. I kept in touch with his parents. I went to his high school graduation. He decided he wanted to become a nurse, I think because of his experiences that he had. I went to his wedding, and then he had a baby of his own, and that baby happened to be a patient in the same NICU that he was also a patient at that time. He's since had 2 other children, and the family is doing well.
I chose radiology very early in my medical school training because I saw how they helped the clinicians. I saw that they dealt with all aspects, not just hearts or kidneys or bones. And I liked to see what was going on. Many of the articles I read really talked about advances in understanding diseases through the use of radiology. Also, I'd always read the New England Journal very carefully, and the CPCs all came from Mass General. This was the center of medicine, of advances that were happening, and the people who were here were phenomenal. I have met so many wonderful people, and not just radiologists, I mean, not just, but the clinicians, many of whom are no longer with us, unfortunately. It was just a thrill and an honor to be associated with them.